recording. All right. So, for example, the binary games, I have a lot of students that don't know binary. And of course, if you don't know binary, you're going to be in big trouble. It's like, so if you don't know binary, you can learn them here, and I'll just, there's a lesson to try to explain it. And the best thing, which I learned from the Khan Academy, is to do these like one per day. Because if you try to do them all at once, people don't usually get it. You have to practice. So, nibbles, normal numbers use base 10, 0 through 10. And so we've gotten used to the fact that 147 is 1 times 100 plus 4 times 10 plus 7. But in binary, we have, instead of that, we have 1s, 2s, and 4s. So you can count to 7 with 3 bits, and you can count to 16 or 15 with 4 bits. And so people need to get used to this. And as you know, if you don't know it, you'll just keep getting humiliated by it forever until you learn it. Your Cisco subnetting, you need to know this, and for binary, for encryption, you need to know this, and to read raw packets and everything else. So there's a lesson, and then there's a activity where you just have to convert this. So this is 4, and this is 12, because it's 8 plus 4. And after you get a certain number correct, then you get a flag, which you can put in the scoring system. So this is there. If you don't know binary, that's something to do. I know I taught at Black Hat, B-side, San Francisco, a cryptography class, and this is all anybody wanted to do. So I had all these other things, but that's where they were. So, anyway. Right, so that's a pretty simple one, but it's there. If you don't know binary, it's a good way to do it. And I have a couple practices. You have to learn basic Linux command line commands. And if you don't know Linux at all, there's this great site called Linux Journey, which is very popular among our students, where you, it has like 10 lessons in each of these categories to give you the basics of Linux. And if you're new to Linux, this is very helpful. The history of different distributions, how to install software, how to do simple commands. This is quite popular. And Linux is very important. You got to know Linux and Windows to go anywhere in this business, because everybody's using both of them. All right, anyway, and the Bandit challenges are very famous. This is a series of challenges where, oh, that's rude. That's a failure of the internet. Can't reach samsclass.info.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
That just happened. DNS seems to have failed on this network. Let's see if the DEF CON network is going to let us in. That's interesting. The DNS on our Swiffer seems to have failed. Swiffer Badger, whatever it is. Let's see what this does. Oh, well, I go back to DEF CON network. It works. This thing here seems to have had its DNS failed. Maybe we need to reboot it or something. Anyway, so the point here is this is a series of challenges. You can connect to this thing called a Bandit server. It's if I open a terminal, or you can use a PowerShell window if you're using Windows. So you can connect to this thing on port 2220, and the first you log in at Bandit 0. And the first password is also Bandit 0. Yep. All right, and once you're in, each one of these has the password for the next level available, but you have to do increasingly difficult things to find it. So here, there's just something called README right there. And if you just look in there, README, you'll find the password for the next level. But each level, you have to do more and more complicated things to find the password. They've hidden it somewhere, they've encrypted it somehow, they've made it with a funny file name so it's hard to access, and so on. And so there's a lot of online tutorials showing how to do this. And that's one way to practice learning Linux command line commands, like I said. So anyway, there's that one. And these ones, USEN and USIBE, are the same thing for Windows PowerShell. You connect to a Windows server, and you have to actually use more and more complex PowerShell commands to find the hidden information. Yeah?
So Sam, I figured out what happened.
Yeah.
So the Wi-Fi network actually goes into my hacking lab.
Oh.
And it's designed to be very secure, and it blocks any outbound malware. And for some reason, your site got flagged as being a hacking site.
So we're not going through the Frogger or Swiffer or whatever those things.
We are. But I disabled the VPN. It works fine now.
Okay, fair enough. Good.
Just go straight to the internet.
Okay, fair enough. Good. All right.
But this happens.
Yeah.
The SAM site every once in a while gets flagged.
It does. I have students taking my class, and their corporation has blocked it as malicious because I have all these hacking projects, and it keeps on happening. People keep reporting it as a malicious site, and then the people that know me will tell them to knock it off. It goes in and out. So that's the thing about teaching hacking. All right. Anyway, so that's the fundamentals beginning here if you need to like the command line. And let me stop this video and make a separate one for the next bit.